We have with us Professor Eileen Kaufman, who is a professor of law at Touro. She's also a co-president of SALT, Society of American Law Teachers. So Eileen, let me start with, when did latcrit happen to you?
Latcrit happened to me because of SALT. I really wasn't involved in latcrit until I became more involved in SALT, and all of the people that I knew and loved and respected in SALT kept talking about latcrit, and I think my first latcrit conference was only 2 years ago.
Okay.
And
which one would that would be, Puerto Rico or UNLV?
UNLV.
Okay.
UNLV. And I came back just raving about latcrit. I was so impressed by the mentoring that went on there, by the community. It was different from any gathering I'd been to before, even SALT, different from SALT.
Interesting you use the word community, because we in latcrit use that word quite a bit, community building, community nurturing. In what sense did you feel that it was a community?
Well, the part of it that I guess I was most impressed with was the first 2 days, the junior faculty mentoring, and which is going on as we speak, and with 70 people here this time. It seemed like an opportunity for people to speak very honestly to each other, to really encourage young people in the academy and give them guidance. And it was very welcoming, and I think that's what initially attracted me to SALT. When I came to the academy, I came from a legal services public interest background. The academy was completely foreign to me until I found SALT, and then it was family. It was like being home. It was being with people that had done similar things, that were interested in some of the same issues. And that's the sense I had in the room the first time I came to latcrit as well.
So what would be 2 or 3 things that stayed with you when you went back home and said, hey folks, I went to UNLV and guess what I saw?
It was the self-conscious reaching out to help others that I think was more palpable at latcrit than I've seen elsewhere. I mean, that's why a lot of people were in the room to learn from others, to share experiences. And while that's always a byproduct of conferences, when you come together, I always think the best thing, the best thing that I come away with from a conference was something that wasn't planned. It was just the off chance of meeting someone and connecting with someone who I didn't know before, didn't realize somebody was working on something that I was interested in. But in latcrit, I had the sense that it was latcrit's agenda to make sure that happened, and I think that's highly unusual.
Why don't we have experiments like that, projects like that, more of them, whether in the legal academy or on the fringes of legal academy? Why did latcrit have to come into existence to do, as you said, what is going on in the other end?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer. It may be more possible for latcrit to do it because of its success in reaching people that share, a certain critical perspective. So that provides a common denominator. It also provides, I think, trust, that people feel that this is a place where they can speak honestly and openly and trust the advice that they get. And that may be harder to do in other settings.
I also want you to sort of put your SALT hat on now and evaluate the nature and the health of the relationship of these 2 projects, and what do you see in the future, how these 2 may or may not be able to work?
I think someone just asked me, we were at a SALT conference last week, and someone there asked whether I think that sometime in the near future SALT and latcrit are likely to merge. And I said, I absolutely don't see that. I don't know if you agree or not, but I think that while there's wonderful overlap there are good reasons to keep the two organizations separate, and I think the fact that they're separate, serves to enrich each other, and that a lot would be lost from merging them. So I see two very different identities, but I hope that...
What specifically is it that one can learn from the other in this context?
Well, I think that we help each other. I think that the focus is a little different. As we were discussing before, I think that SALT increasingly is becoming a real activist organization where we're really looking to make a difference through projects that are connected to current events. And I think latcrit provides some of the theories that helps us do that. So I think they really reinforce each other, and there's no reason to merge those two endeavors. I think the faculty mentoring project is a wonderful co-venture, and I think that works very well. And maybe there are some other projects that we can develop also. I mean, maybe there's a way in which the teaching conference can be more of a joint effort. As it is, it is almost in practice, if not in theory, because there's such overlap in the membership.
Great. Well, let's go build the relationship some more.
Okay.
Thank you.